Hi, Rich here, Spirit of Wild Wings. I want to share with you today a video I shot the other day where I took my Rainfly for a hammock and it was turned into a pup tent. I threw a little teaser in the video about this Rainfly, but I decided I'd show you the entire process. So, let's go get started, shall we? Alright, now, if you recall, I added 25 feet of paracord and a couple of prusik loops into the setup. Those are going to be needed for this project. We'll string this paracord between the two trees, and this is how we'll set up our tent. Now what you see is I'm tying my knot that I use all the time. It's a quick release. Once I've got this up, I need to try to figure out how high I need my ridge line. As you recall, this is the first attempt for this, so I have no idea how tall it needs to be. The way I'm going to determine this will be to set the Rainfly over the ridge line and check for height. And as you can see, I need to raise the ridge line. That's going to take a bit of effort, right? Well, remember, these are the slippy knots that I tie, and it's a really easy thing to do. Just go over here, slide the knot, raise it up. Go to the other side, slide the knot, raise it up, retension the line, and I can spring it, and it's great. So, now we have our ridge line height, but remember, I don't need the Rainfly over the ridge line. So what I'm going to do, of course, is take it off, and I'm going to suspend the tarp from the ridge line. In order to do that, I'm going to use the prusik loops. If you're not familiar with the prusik loop, leave me a note down below, and I will do a video showing the making of prusik loops and how to use and apply them. But a prusik loop cinches so it can be slid easily, but under tension it doesn't pull, so that's the great thing. Alright, so once the prusik loop's attached, I'm going to take the loop, slide it through one of the loops with the grommet on the tarp, and then I just need a small piece of wood as a toggle. Bingo, that easy. Let's go do it to the other end. And that was very easy. I'm going to take this and tighten my prusik knots. As you can see, I've got it nice and tight, but I want to show it off. So let's move the entire tent towards the west. That's the left of your screen. And once I do, just tighten up and dress my prusik knots, and this thing is tight and great. So what I need now is the ability to stake this down. And if you recall, this setup came with 8 heavy-duty aluminum tent pegs, the shepherd hook type. So we're just going to take 6 of those. When I'm staking down a tent like this, I like to start at one corner, tension the opposite corner, tension the middle, and then if I need to redress anything, I just go back to the first tent peg, and that is how I'll set it. This side was easy. Let's go get the other. It's exactly the same. Well, now that we've got this peg down, it's hanging from the ridge line. Now I'm also testing out some Harbor Freight utility blankets, and I've got the narrow one here. We're going to throw it inside for something to lay on. Let's get that done. You know what, guys? You came with me. I'm very glad you did. And we just created a tent using our Rainfly. How incredible is this? Now we've seen this tent. We might not. Isn't that an awesome knot? Here's a close-up of that prusik loop. So it's not, I've had somebody tell me I should refer to it as the ridge hitch. So every once in a while you may just hear that phrase, ridge hitch. Anyway. I am 6 foot tall. This tarp is 9 foot 2 inches long. So the 9 foot 2 means I've got a foot of space past my feet. Two feet past my head. Laying down on my blanket here, if I reach towards the top, I cannot reach the highest point of this tent laying down. And while I'm 6 foot tall, I have a fingertip to fingertip reach of 75 inches at 6 foot 3. Stretching my arms out, I still have a little bit of room to spare. That means that this is more than 6 feet wide. You've seen how high it is. This thing gives a ton of room. This is Rich, Spirit of Wild Wings, and we'll see you in the woods sometime. Bye now.